Hi guys, well, sorry I couldn't get on last night, but I've come on this afternoon just to give my thoughts on yesterday's game and what happens now. Now, I believe that the situation now has become completely untenable. I think that it's hard for me to say it, but I think Eddie Howe has taken this club as far as he can. I really do mean that. And there's people out there saying that he should be given another chance in the summer to get players in and rebuild. But, we had the chance to do that in the summer with Alexander Isak's money coming in. And what did he do? He went out and bought two players in Nick Voltemade and Johan Wisser. And also, if you want to include Jacob Ramsey in that as well. And he hasn't played them. He hasn't played them, or he's played them wrong. And yesterday, we were flat right from the get-go. And we got a goal before half-time from Willisula. And, did we deserve it? No, I don't think we did. I think it was lacklustre defender from Palace. And Sula got in there and scored. But then we chucked it away again, and it's happened so many times this season. So many times. 25 points now have gone from winning positions. 25 points. If you work that out, we'd be up near third place in the league, or even second in the Premier League. With those, had we not given away those winning positions, we'd even be up there in the mix if those defeats had turned into draws. You know what I mean? And I just think that it's rotten to the core at the moment. The style of play is stale. The players just aren't interested. And Eddie's too much of a nice man to give these guys the kick up the arse that they need, because that's what they need. And I don't know what he said to them at half-time, but if I'd gone in at half-time and we were 1-0 up and I was the gaffer, I'd be saying, hold on a minute. Let's go out there and let's play a bit more fluidly. Let's get some goals. We've already tested their back line. They're rubbish. Let's get at them. Let's get in amongst them and let's get some goals. But I don't know whether he's told him to sit back again, which he's done so many times. But then he came on after the match last night and he says that, Newcastle's players were trying. Well, I don't know which bloody game he was watching. I've no idea which game Eddie Howe was watching. He was blaming the conditions as well. He's blaming the wind and, oh my word. And I'm just thinking, hey, do you know what it is? You don't have to explain yourself to us. Well, he doesn't really. I mean, we're the supporters, but at the end of the day, the manager doesn't have to justify himself to us. But what he does have to do is justify himself to the owners, because I think behind closed doors, these guys are watching very, very closely, because David Hopkinson has already said that he wants this, by 2030, he wants this club to be, challenging the footballing elite. Well, I'm sorry, but we're not going to do that with Eddie Howe. I'm sorry, but we're not, guys. And it takes a lot for me to say that, because I've been all for giving him a chance. And people are saying, well, Marty, you should give him a chance in the summer to get players in and stuff like that. But what happens in the summer if we have another lacklustre transfer window? We lose a couple of players, which it looks like we could do. Tonali just doesn't look interested anymore. Livramento is looking elsewhere. Bruno Guimaraes could also be a target for someone. And Anthony Gordon, I don't know what the hell's wrong with him, but he needs to drop him, because he's clueless at the minute. His head's just not in the game. So for them players, it could be moving on. I mean, what if he sits back and sits back and sits back? I mean, from what we've seen in previous evidence, we've said for ages, go and get a striker, and he goes and gets a winger. Go and get a striker, Eddie. He goes and gets a centre midfielder. Go and get a striker, Eddie. He gets a goalkeeper. You know what I mean? And it's like, we still need a striker. We still need a right back. We need another left back. And we need a bloody attacking midfield player. But he's going for pace. But this is what gets me. He wants pace, he wants strength, he wants goals. He's not even playing Nick Voltemade and Johan Wisser. Johan Wisser's a winger. Put him on the wing. Nick Voltemade, put him in there. And what was he doing yesterday? 10 seconds for the pair of them. Oh, I mean, he's lost the plot, mate. And I hate to say it, but he has. You know, if you're making substitutions that late on, you know, to try and change the game or try and settle the game that late on in a match and that. And, you know, I looked at him yesterday when he came off at the end of the game, and in his press conference, he looks like a beaten man. But, you know, he's won us a trophy, which is great. And we'll always remember Eddie Howe for that. But at the end of the day, we need to challenge. We need to move forward. And at this moment in time, we're just spinning round in a circle, and it's not working. So for me, time for change. Some of these players need shipped out, and the manager, I'm sorry, but it needs changing. I'm sorry, excuse me, that's the cat. Okay, guys, so I'm going to wrap it up there. Okay, I apologise for the little interruption there. Okay, I'm going to catch up with you all soon. Let me know your comment. Get out the way. Let me know what in the comments what you think. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, guys, as well. Give me your views on what you think should be happening at Newcastle United. Get in touch. It would be great to hear from you. Marty the Mad Magpie. Great to have you once again. Bye-bye for now. Thank you very much. Bye. Cheers. All the best to you. Thank you.